Alright, what's up guys, how's it going? Is there no one else here? Bringing you a video today. Wanted to discuss this ESO build editor. Now, if you guys follow Cody PvP on YouTube, definitely check him out. He's got some good information out there. He posted this website, that's how I got my attention for it. How it got my attention, and I've literally spent like the last 3 days kind of tinkering with it, and it's really good. I wanted to go through this. I wanted to go through the latest build that I posted for Horns of the Reach. This has been recently updated. As you can see here, the build editor is now updated for Horns of the Reach. So now we can get what our stats will be for Horns of the Reach, if we put in certain gear, change our munduses, whatever. What this is really good for, guys, it helps us if we like a build. You know, I'm just going to state it this way. If you like a build, for example, I like my Stam Nightblade build with Shackle Breaker and Bone Pirates. I can 1vx with it. My sustain's great. My damage is good. I really like it. What I do is I go in here and I create an account and then I create my build and I run Shackle Breaker and Bone Pirates exactly how I have it. I input all my stats and I get my flat values here on the side. What I can then do is I can then open up another page. I can then compare and contrast different sets with different Mundus stones and see where my sustain is at, where my damage is at, you know, where my stats are at. Like if I throw on a Keijo, if I do this, like what am I going to do if I run Twiceborn Star with Hulking Draugr and 3-hit Keijos? What are my stats going to look like? What's my recovery going to look like? And so then I don't have to invest in the enchants. I can just look at a character sheet. This is pretty accurate. And so what I will say is this isn't for creating a new build, but this helps you min-max the build that you really like. So wanted to just show an example of the Dark Elf Magicka DK build that I posted on my YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. We are running 5 Twiceborn Star. This is for PvP, by the way. 5 Twiceborn Star, heavy armor, all divines, 5 impregnable, 2 divine shields, 1 Chokethorn, 1 Domi House. And with the new updates, our stats are going to be a lot better. We're running all divines, but we have crit resist because we're running impregnable. It's a really cool setup as far and like the stats look really good. Obviously, I haven't been able to test in Horns of the Reach. I don't have it yet. I just wanted to show you guys what Horns of the Reach is doing, as I've said before. So not gonna cover that any more than that, but that's what this video is. I kind of wanted to just show how you go through doing this. So like I said, you create your account. You can create a build name. If you're in here tinkering a lot, definitely create multiple build names so you know what they are. My character's a Dark Elf, so I put that in there. It's a Dragon Knight, put that in there. Mundus stones, put those in there. It'll give me an option for 1 Mundus stone if I'm not wearing Twiceborn Star. Since I have 2, it automatically gives me the option for 2, which is great. Total CP, we put in 660 because that's where I'll be at once Horns of the Reach drops. Vampire Stage 4, we're in Cyrodiil. This is a CP PvP build. If we're not in CP, we just uncheck that, and as you can see, my stats on the right here, they dropped because you do get max stats off of having CP. So if you're at 400 CP, only put in 400 total CP, guys, because you're not going to get an accurate description of what your build is if you're bloating, you know, your stats. So we're running the Mage and Apprentice Mundus Stone, Daggerfall Covenant, of course, 64 points into Magicka, and then we go into the item sets. How you do this, guys, is you click the picture, and then you can do find text. So I'm running the Chokethorn helmet piece, like I said, light armor divines. Let's say I don't want to run Chokethorn, I want to run Bloodspawn. So I'm going to type in blood, and I'm going to make it epic because that's what my helmet is, and we're going to make it divines. We do a search. We now have Bloodspawns, guys, light armor, divines, just like I said. I can click it, and it switches over to Bloodspawn, and my stat sheet adjusts accordingly. Go back to Chokethorn. I'm going to just do a quick search. There we go. There's Chokethorn. We're going to make it legendary because I want to show what the max stats are with this specific build. And then we click it, and we go back to Chokethorn. So as you can see, we have a Chokethorn with a max Magicka enchant in divines. We have Domi House with max Magicka in divines. It's medium. And then we have 5 heavy, twice born star and divines, all max Magicka enchants. As you can see, the 2, 3, and 4 pieces are buffed accordingly. 4 horns of the reach, so it's going to give us what our exact value is, which I cannot currently do. Impregnable, jewelry, all gold with 2 recovery and 1 cost reduction. We're running Impregnable Sword Sharpened, and then we're running Impregnable Armor, Shield, and Divines because we're running Twice Born Star. We're using 2 Mundus Stones. We want to maximize that. Back bar defending with Divines as well. Now, if you click on the picture, that will give you the switch for the gear. If you want to switch your enchant, as you guys can see, I'm running a max stamina enchant on my shields. Shame on me. I click this asterisk right here, and I put Magicka, or I put Mag. So I can do that. Legendary. Glyph of Magicka, now adjusted. If I do the same thing for this, click the asterisk, have Mag, click search, Magicka, and now they have both switched. If I want to change this, guys, to Prismatic, Tri-Stat, you type in Prism, and then look. Oh, that's clicking on the picture. That's what you don't do. You click on the enchant, you click Prism. Glyph of Prismatic Defense, there's your Tri-Stat in gold. You can equip that if you want, and that'll get you the stats you would have if you put a Prismatic on there. Same for any piece here. We're going to go Magic because we want to up our damage. We're already sitting at 15k stam, which is pretty damn good in general. Yeah. So, and then because we get health and stamina, as I showed you guys before with the 2, 3, and 4 piece, we are now running Ghastly Eyeball. If we don't want to run Ghastly Eyeball, and let's say we want to look at Witch Mothers, we can type in Witch, type this, Witch Mother's Party Punch, Witch Mother's Potent Brew. Put that in. This is what our stats look like, guys, with Witch Mother's Potent Brew. We're going to run Ghastly because, they're nerfing proc sets even more. We can already get by with less health. So we're going to up our damage and our recovery and our max Magicka running this specific food. As far as sets go, this tells us what we're running. It also has this toggled sets bar. If you're running a toggle set that procs off of damage, like let's say Fury or Burning Spellweave or 7th Legion, you can toggle those sets and see what your damage is when that set procs and when it doesn't. And so that's what this is for. So if you want to check out 7th Legion, you click on the sets bar and you can click this and you can see what your damage is with and without it procced. Just as an example. Skills is the same as PvP. You input all your passives, all your skills. Just wanted to show you guys as an example. With our setup in next patch, we'll be sitting at 46,000 Magicka, almost 46,000. If I take out the dynamic passive, our stats drop because this is one of the Dark Elf passives that gives us max Magicka. So if I don't have this, I can't put this in. If I do have it, I put this in. This is going to give us our exact stats. Put in everything that we have. I have Mage's Guild 10, so I have all the Mage's Guild passives. I have Structured Entropy, and I have Shooting Star. Those give you 2% max Magicka on the bar you're on. Fighter's Guild passives, if you have them. World passives, we are a vampire. We are running Devouring Swarm and Elusive Mist. Those are both upgraded. Armor, heavy armor passives, medium armor passives, light armor passives. Weapon, one hand and shield right here. All of our passives right there. And then Dragonite. So we can go in, we can equip all of our skills with all of our passives. And so as you guys can see, my front bar, Draw Essence, Structured Entropy, Burning Embers, Burning Talons, Flame Lash, Shooting Star, Swarm, Fossilize, what I showed you guys before. And so that allows us to equip our bars how we want them. And so it shows us our stats on each specific bar. So bar 1, I'm going to have more Magicka because I have Structured Entropy and Shooting Star. On our back bar, see my Magicka goes down. My stats go down because I don't get the health from Entropy. I don't get the Magicka from those 2 skills. If I were to do something like this, as you guys can see, if I go to Guild, and I go to Mage's Guild, and let's say I'm dueling, and I want to run Inner Light on my front bar over Inhale, I can put Inner Light on my bar. All I do is click the picture, and I go down here. Now I have Inner Light on my front bar, and you see my max Magicka jump by 5%. So now I'm at 48.5 Magicka. Pretty cool. If I want to switch it back, I go back over to Draw Essence, click the picture, drop down, Draw Essence. My stats go back to the way they were. And then buffs, you come in here and you click any buffs that you want to see with it. Since we're in PvP, we want to see our Battle Spirit buff, so we get 5,000 more health. If we don't want to see it in PvP, we take that off. We're going to lose our 5,000 health, so it'll show our stats without it. We also wanted to put in Major Sorcery. If we want to see what our stats look like fully buffed with Major Ward and all of that, then we go in there. We go in here and we look at. We buff those as well. So here's Major Ward, and here's Major Resolve. And so this is with our Volatile Armor up. It then buffs our physical and spell resistance right here. So that's what our stats will be this next patch. And then finally, this is where you put in your CP tree. If you have 660 CP, guys, you need to put in 220 CP per colored tree. So that's just easy to figure out. If I take these out as an example, you see how it drops to 202? I just put the 18 in that I need, and you can tinker around with these and it'll adjust accordingly. It'll adjust your stats over here accordingly for what you have. If you don't have these in, guys, it's not going to show you your correct stats. So remember to put in your CP tree. Yeah, so that's the end of that. This is what my setup that I was showing you guys is going to look like in Horns of the Reach. We're at almost 23,000 health. We're at almost 46,000 magicka, 15,000 stamina, 1855 magicka recovery. If we switch from the Apprentice to the Atronach, we can jump up to 2357. If you want more recovery, that's really easy to do. We're at good resistances, 28.5, 25 with 2500 crit resist. Effective spell power is a very useful tool. It shows you what your damage is with your max magicka, with your weapon damage, and with your crit involved. So if you don't want to see your damage with the crit value, I completely understand. You know, you can't crit shields, all of that. As you can see, when I put the spell damage Mundus Stone on, my effective spell power went up. So it's just showing you I gain more damage by running the spell damage Mundus over the magicka recovery Mundus, which makes sense. So what this does, it allows you to just check and see what your damage is with certain setups. So if next patch I'm looking at my Nightblade and I really like Shackle Breaker and Bone Pirates, but I want to try Hundings, I can go in here and I can put on 5 Hundings with 5 Bone Pirates, and I can check all my stats, my health, my magic, my stamina, all my recoveries, and I get to check to see what my damage is. If I want to see what my flat damage, what my tooltip is, I come in here on the skills bar, I look at my surprise attack. In this case, my Flame Lash. This is my Flame Lash with Major Sorcery buffed on my front bar with all the magic I have. So 9,000 flame, 8925 Flame Lash, definitely not bad. Jumps up to 10,500 for a Power Lash. Not bad damage, guys. With a lot of max magicka, which leads to pretty good sustain since we have so much max magicka. That's going to be the end of this video. I just wanted to quickly cover this site. I'm going to provide a link in the description below. If you guys want to compare and contrast your own builds and see, you know, hey, would I be better off running Alchemist or Hunting's Rage, or would I be better off doing this, and you want to see what your damage is going to look like without investing, this is a great site to check out. Yeah, so really helps to just see where you're at without having to invest in the gear and testing it yourself. If you're creating a new build in general, you know, this is only going to show the stats. It's not going to tell you how to play. It's not going to tell you that, you know, if you're running proc sets, like if you want to run Bloodthorn, it's not going to show you that your sustain is going to be good if you're not proccing Bloodthorn every 5 seconds. It's not going to show you, you know, how to line a sight. You know, it's not going to show you how the build functions, but it just, if you like a build and you already know how to play a build, this allows you to compare and contrast the sets that you really want to use. So that's going to be the end of the video. If you have any questions, if I missed something, please comment in the section below. Pretty cool stuff, guys. So let me know what you think. Thank you. Have a nice day.